Hey everyone, Zach here with GP CycleWorks. We've been making windshields for a long time, specifically for the Can-Am Spyder F3T and F3 Limited. We still get a lot of questions about it, so we want to do another video to explain how to double the wind protection over the stock windshield and also make your ride quieter so you can actually hear your stock sound system. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so if you've got the stock windshield on there, it's really going to make the ride quite noisy, and we want to increase that wind protection to make your ride quieter. And the easiest way to do that is to get a taller windshield, but also increase the width. So we've got a stock windshield here and compared to our most popular windshield, and you can see the difference in height. So we're going from 12 inches tall up to 19 inches tall. And then we're also going to add 3 inches added width on the sides. So it really makes a lot larger wind pocket for the rider and the passenger actually. So it's a really popular windshield. One of the biggest comments on this windshield is that you can actually hear your sound system, because if you've got the stock windshield, you see it also has vent holes in it, you know, about a third of the way up. So you really only have like 8 inches of wind protection here. That really makes the ride noisy and adds a lot of turbulence. So our windshields do not come with vent holes. The main reason for that is because you've got a lot of clearance underneath the windshield, and that lets in more than enough air that you don't need to sacrifice wind protection to add vent holes in the windshield. It also comes out with a much cleaner look. So this is our most popular one, this 19 inches tall. It's measured the vertical center line of material, so this will be 12 inch, that's 19, by 26 inches wide. All right, so now let's talk about mounting options, because there are 2 main mounting options out there. And if you've gotten this bike new, you might know what's on it, but there's also a lot of people who buy these bikes used and you're not sure what hardware is on there. The standard Can-Am BRP option is just their standard hardware. And the easiest way to know that you've got that hardware is to measure the distance between the holes on one side. So if you go center a hole to center of the other hole, it's going to be 3.5 inches, and that's going to be the standard hardware option. So by default, all of our windshields are going to be pre-drilled for that hardware. It's a super easy installation. You pretty much take out the 4 bolts and put them into our new windshields. We do bigger holes with rubber grommets and metal spacers included so that you can't over tighten the windshield. A lot of the stock ones will be cracked when you take them off just from over tightening straight from the factory. So the other main mounting option that we cater to is going to be the BRP Tallboy hardware. So it's Can-Am's larger accessory windshield. It's not on a lot of bikes, but it's on a few. The windshield pre-drilled, as you see now, will not fit on there, so you definitely have to make sure you let us know if you have that Tallboy hardware. If you're unsure of what hardware you have, it's pretty much the same way that you check the other one. You measure the distance between the holes, and it's going to be a little under 5.5 inches. I think we put calipers on it and it was like 5.4 inches. So as long as it's a hair under 5.5 center to center on one side, then that's going to be the Tallboy hardware. We can pre-drill the windshields for that hardware, so same thing, easy installation. Take off the 4 bolts, put the new windshield on, put the 4 bolts in. We do change the shape of the Tallboy hardware windshields a little bit and fill in this corner because the windshields sit on top of that hardware and not necessarily inside the flange like the stock ones do. All right, so the last little segment here is going to be a brief overview of the different heights that we have, and then also the different color options you can get from us when you're ordering your custom windshield. We do have an older video where we're actually sitting on the bike with different windshields installed, so you can kind of get a little better perspective on which one is which and how tall they are and how they look on the bike. So this will be just a real quick one. We do make stock replacement windshields. If you are happy with that height, we can do vent holes or no vent holes. And the main reason you do that is if you want to get away from the stock polycarbonate and get a little longer lasting cast acrylic windshield, or you want to change the color of the windshield. So we do clear and 14 different tints. We've got dark smoke gray here, and then we've also got a yellow windshield here. And there's quite a few different pictures online of the different colors we have on these F3T bikes. I guess back to the heights, we got a 12-inch. This is going to be our sport model 16-inch windshield. It's going to be about the same width at the bottom as the stock, but it's just going to continue up 4 inches, and also it's going to have no vent holes. So this is a real popular option among the call it shorter statured riders out there, because you can still very easily look over it, but because it's got the vent holes covered up and it's got the added height, it really increases the rider pocket quite a bit. So 12, 16, this is our next tallest standard option. This is going to be our 19-inch with the added width, and even compared to this one, you can see it's quite a bit more wind protection. Anytime you add width, you really do add good rider pocket. This will protect the driver and also the passenger. This is the most popular one for really making a nice rider pocket that you can get clean air, but also hear your sound system so much more clear. That's the greatest feedback on this one. So that one's a really popular one. The next tallest one, standard option we have, is our 26-inch model. So it's going to be actually 4 inches taller than this one, not 5, because we also dropped the bottom of that one 1 inch to really provide best wind protection. That one most customers get in clear, because unless you're 6'5" or above, you're going to be looking through that windshield. That is by far hands down maximum wind protection. So if you do a lot of touring, you're comfortable looking through the windshield, I would go with that one. So I hope that helped answered questions on the F3T, F3 Limited. You can pretty much order everything online. The easiest way to do it is just to give us a call or shoot us an email. We're a small business, so I'll be the one answering the phone or answering the emails, and then we'll get your order specifications so that you have a custom windshield made special for you, and then we'll get the guys to get it made up and get it shipped out in about 2 weeks. If there are any other questions that we didn't cover, comment below, or like I said, just give us a call or shoot us an email and we'll be happy to help. All right, thanks. Safe riding.